66 million years ago, a single, cataclysmic event erased the rulers of Earth. 66 million years ago, a single, cataclysmic event erased the rulers of Earth. A fiery visitor from the cosmos plunged into the ocean, triggering a global winter that choked the skies and starved the land. The age of reptiles, an era that spanned millions of years, ended in a geological blink of an eye. Now, imagine something terrifying. It never happened. The asteroid veers off course, missing our planet entirely. The skies remain clear, the forests lush. The great extinction event is averted. And for the small furry mammals hiding in the undergrowth, there is no second chance. Only one question remains. In a world still dominated by dinosaurs, would humans ever exist? Dinosaurs? The word itself conjures images of immense power and prehistoric majesty. They ruled this planet for over 165 million years. They conquered every continent, dominated the land, the sea, and the sky. In contrast, anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, have been here for less than 300,000 years. Our entire history is a fleeting moment compared to their reign. So, today, we're going to dive deep into an alternate timeline, a thought experiment that rewrites the story of life on Earth. We're going to explore a world where the dinosaurs never disappeared. A world where evolution took a radically different path and where humanity's very existence is thrown into question. Buckle up, because this journey will challenge everything you thought you knew about our place in the universe. Welcome to Chapter 1, a planet still ruled by giants. In this alternate reality, the Cretaceous period doesn't end with a bang. It simply continues. Without the mass extinction to reset the evolutionary clock, dinosaurs don't just survive. They thrive and continue to evolve. The world remains a place of giants. Imagine a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but after another 66 million years of evolution. Perhaps it's even larger, faster, armed with senses that make it an even more perfect killing machine. Or maybe it specializes becoming a pack hunter. The apex predators of this alternate Earth would make our lions and tigers look like house cats. Herbivores would also change dramatically. Sauropods, the long-necked titans, might evolve even greater size to deter predators. Their immense bulk reshaping landscapes as they browse entire forests. Herds of Triceratops descendants, sporting even more elaborate horns and frills, would thunder across vast plains. The skies wouldn't be filled with commercial airliners, but with the descendants of pterosaurs, some perhaps reaching the size of small airplanes, casting terrifying shadows over the land below. Earth would remain an incredibly dangerous planet, and the mammals? They'd stay small. They would continue to live in the shadows, scurrying through the undergrowth, hiding in burrows, and only daring to come out at night. They would remain powerless, trapped in a world where being big and scaly is the only path to dominance. Their evolutionary potential would be permanently capped. This leads us to the most critical and perhaps brutal question of all. Would humans exist at all? The simple, scientific answer is almost certainly no. Let's be clear about the biological reality. The rise of the mammals, our rise, was a direct consequence of the dinosaurs' fall. The extinction event created a massive power vacuum in virtually every ecosystem on the planet. It emptied countless ecological niches, from large herbivores to apex predators. With the giants gone, mammals seized the opportunity. They exploded in diversity, size, and complexity in a geological blink of an eye. This is what's known as adaptive radiation. Without that opportunity, there's no room for mammals to grow. No space for them to become large grazers or swift predators. No evolutionary pressure to climb trees and develop grasping hands. And most importantly, without the opportunity to evolve into larger, more complex forms, there would be no primates. No apes, and therefore, no humans. Our entire lineage, from the earliest primate ancestors to the moment you are watching this, is a product of that one asteroid. The idea of intelligence emerging on Earth wouldn't disappear, but the candidate for that intelligence would not be us. Our story would end before it ever began, a footnote in the saga of the true kings of Earth. So, if not humans, then who? This brings us to the fascinating concept of intelligent dinosaurs. Evolution, remember, doesn't inherently favor size or strength. It favors survival and adaptation. Over millions more years of evolution, it's entirely plausible that some dinosaur lineages would develop what we recognize as higher intelligence. But what would that look like? Forget the monstrous movie depictions. Think about the most intelligent dinosaurs we have today. Birds. Some birds, like crows and parrots, exhibit incredible problem-solving skills, tool use, and complex social structures. Now, project that forward over 66 million years. We could see the emergence of a dinosaur species with significantly larger brains relative to their body size. Perhaps a descendant of the troodontids, already known for having relatively large brains for their time. They might develop sophisticated tool use, not with hands, but with their beaks, claws, and feet. They could form complex societies with intricate communication, using a combination of sounds, postures, and perhaps even feathered displays. Earth's dominant intelligence might not walk upright on two legs. It may be covered in feathers, communicate through a series of complex squawks and chirps, and build its world not from steel and concrete, but from woven branches and shaped earth. The sentient species of Earth would be avian, reptilian, and utterly alien to our own understanding of civilization. So, what would a civilization built by intelligent dinosaurs look like? It would be a world without humanity, and therefore without everything we associate with progress. No sprawling cities of glass and steel. No factories belching smoke into the atmosphere. No digital world, no internet, no space race. But the absence of our technology doesn't mean the absence of intelligence or culture. A dinosaur-based civilization would be fundamentally different. It would likely be a biological civilization. Instead of forging metal, they might cultivate specific plants with unique properties, using biology and biochemistry instead of machines. Instead of dominating their environment, they would adapt to it, living in harmony with nature because they are an inseparable part of it. Their architecture might be grown, not built living structures made from intertwined trees and earthworks. Their tools could be organic, honed from bone, wood, and stone with a level of craftsmanship perfected over millennia. Progress would be unimaginably slow by human standards, measured in evolutionary timescales rather than quarterly reports. But it would also be incredibly stable and sustainable. A dinosaur civilization wouldn't face the existential threat of climate change or nuclear annihilation. They would have evolved with their planet, not in opposition to it. Their world would be a testament to a different kind of intelligence, one that is patient, organic, and deeply connected to the natural world. Now, for a moment, let's break the rules. Let's imagine the impossible. What if, against all odds, a small population of human-like primates did manage to evolve and survive in this dinosaur-dominated world? What would our existence look like? One thing is certain, we would not be the rulers. We would be the hunted. Human history would be a story of fear and hiding. We would live in caves in deep forests or perhaps even build our civilizations underground, away from the colossal predators that roam the surface and the winged terrors that own the skies. Our myths and legends wouldn't be about dragons. They'd be field guides to survival. Our technological development would be driven by one singular need: defense. The spear wouldn't be for hunting deer. It would be for fending off raptors. Wars wouldn't be for marking territory. They'd be for keeping out a T-Rex. Our science, our art, our culture, everything would be shaped by the constant, terrifying pressure of being prey. Human history would be built on a foundation of pure survival, not exploration or dominance. We would be a species defined by our fear of the world outside our burrows, forever looking up at the sky and praying not to be seen. Finally, let's pull back and look at the planet itself. In a world where dinosaurs never went extinct and humans never rose, Earth would be a profoundly different place. It would be healthier. Without the Industrial Revolution, there would be no mass pollution of our air and oceans. Without billions of humans reshaping the landscape, there would be no man-made climate crisis. The planet's ecosystems would remain in a state of dynamic natural balance. The great forests would be untouched, the rivers would run clean, and the biodiversity would be staggering. Dinosaurs, for all their fearsomeness, were part of their environment. They didn't fundamentally reshape the planet's climate or chemistry. They belonged to it. They were a product of it. In a strange and humbling way, a world of dinosaurs would be a world where nature was allowed to continue its grand, unbroken experiment. When you think about it, the extinction of the dinosaurs wasn't just an ending, it was a beginning. It was a permission slip. It was the universe handing a whole pass to the meek, to the small mammals hiding in the dark. It was permission for them to inherit the earth. It was permission for intelligence to take a new and unexpected form, one that could hold a rock and see a tool. It was permission for us, for humanity, to exist. Without that single, violent, cosmic event, Earth would still have its rulers. They would be magnificent, terrible, and ancient. They just wouldn't be us. So perhaps the most uncomfortable question is this: did we inherit a vacant throne? Or did we simply replace the planet's rightful owners? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.